My name is David DeChico, and the book that I've read over the past couple of weeks was All American Boys. Um, Starting with the overview of this story, All American Boys is a story about a couple of high schoolers in Springfield, Massachusetts, that attend Springfield Central High School. The two main characters are two kids who attend this high school. Their names are Rashad and Quinn. In the beginning of this novel, Rashad and Quinn had never interacted with each other, but they had mutual friends. Uh, on one Friday, Rashad and Quinn are both going to the same party. On the way to the party, Rashad stops to buy some chips. And when this happens, him and a woman in the store bump into each other, causing them both to fall to the ground. They're in a store that's very popular for robberies, and it's called Jerry's Corner Store. There's always a police officer guard in there, and when the police officer sees this, he assumed Rashad was stealing, and I think this was the first instance of racism that was shown in the story. Um, Rashad was beaten pretty bad. I recall he had like a little bit of internal bleeding, and his ribs were messed up. Um, Quinn was also going to the same corner store to pick up beer with his friends before this party, and he sees this happen. He sees Rashad get pulled out by a cop, and he actually runs away because he knows the cop. So the cop is actually one of Quinn's good friends' older brother. The next Sunday, Quinn is invited to a barbecue at his friend's house, and he sees the cop, and the cop acts like nothing ever happens, which didn't sit right with Quinn. And yeah, so following this, like the next Monday after it happened, students at the school began protesting. They're like writing on the sidewalks and whatnot, because they just don't think that this is right. Going on to the theme of this book, there were two themes that I believe came to my mind. It was both maturity and responsibility. Maturity is a major theme of this book regarding our main characters. Both Rashad and Quinn are making their way to maturity while still being immature in their own ways. Both boys are facing challenges in their lives that are causing them to mature more quickly and face reality faster. Going on to responsibility, I think, like, more importantly, Quinn had to face responsibility more than Rashad because he had to make a decision whether he wanted to speak out on the incident that he witnessed or not to. And then moving over to my character analysis, Rashad is one of the protagonists in the novel. He's a young black man whose father had always taught him the significance of discipline in a young black man. Rashad's father was in the army, and his father explains to his son that the best way for a black man to be successful in the United States is to join the army. Rashad listens to his father and decides to join the ROTC for his school, even though he really doesn't want to. He'd rather do other things, like other passions that he has, such as drawing and hanging out with his friends. And then Quinn's character is he has some strong character development throughout this novel. He's a strong character in the beginning of this novel when he was told by the policeman's brother, which is one of his closest friends, to just ignore, like, and let go what he just witnessed, the police brutality that he just witnessed, which obviously didn't sit right with Quinn. He decided to stand up for what he thought was right, and I really think that was like an important thing. Like, that was really, really good character development for Quinn.